Kernz was in TGI Fridays for supper. He enjoyed the meal, exclusively fries and a burger. An African American stepped up to ask him if he wanted a refill. Kernz accepted the offer. The sound of jazz music was impossible to hide from, and Kernz wanted to do just that. It was pricking his nerves, and the warm light disturbed Kernz. Kernz was like a rock cushioned by cotton. His warm environment was no comfort to him. Kernz used his napkin. Mere seconds later, Kern's refill arrived, which was accepted by Kernz with a hasty gratitude. Kernz sipped on his drink wearing a sour face. Kernz was having seconds of peace and quiet when a man in a tuxedo slid into the booth across from him. It was Dr. House. Dr. House addressed Kernz coolly and with a predisposed annoyance. "I'm concerned for your health, Kernz," said the composed Dr. House. "I don't care about all that psychology crap," said Kernz, and you could tell he meant it. "All I'm saying, Kernz, is to be careful. I'm sure you're a man of common sense and decency. I was hoping to have a civilized talk with you," Dr. House simply stated. Kernz wiped his mouth off with a napkin and threw it on the table. He looked at Dr. House and muttered quickly for House not to find him again. Kernz grabbed his wallet out of his back pocket. He found $1 from his wallet and tossed it onto the table. Kernz made his way out the door. Dr. House took the dollar and made his leave. Kernz was pooping. The phone was ringing, though there was a phone in his bathroom. He grabbed the phone and said hello. "Hey, it's Jerry, your buddy. Hey man, I don't know what things you have on your mind, but I thought you might want to blow up some steam at the bowling alley with me and Chris. Remember him?" "Ah, yes, Chris, that scoundrel. I remember him all right. How's he doing after all these years?" "Not bad. His surgery's going well, though." "Surgery? I wasn't told about this surgery. What happened to him?" "Dick cancer." "Golly jeepers, that must be terrible. Damn." "Oh, don't worry about it. He's okay. And he wasn't planning on having kids anyways. Oh, and just between us, I'm glad it didn't happen to either of us, aren't you?" "Am I glad I don't have dick cancer? You had better believe it, buddy." "Alright, well, my wife needs me in a second. Are you coming or not on Sunday?" "I'll be there, buddy." "Alright, it's 4 o'clock. Don't miss it. Bye." "Bye." Kernz hung up the phone with a feeling of satisfaction. He had a Coke and Hot Pockets and went on to bed. The next day, Kernz was just about to leave for the bowling alley. Jerry couldn't help but to laugh when Kernz put the rails up. Kernz, embarrassed, said, "Oh, come on. It's been forever." "Yeah, I can't tease you too bad," said Jerry. "Chris, you're up next, bud." Kernz did poorly, but still had fun. He was watching Jerry bowl. Jerry was definitely beating Chris. Kernz wondered if Chris's dick cancer was impairing him in any way. Kernz was watching attentively at Jerry and Chris bowl. Kernz got a hard-on. "Not here and now, Kernz. Pull yourself together," he told himself. Kernz tried to battle his erection unnoticeably, but Jerry noticed. "Oh, Kernz, don't tell me you're thinking about that here and now? Golly molly." "No, it was just one of those, random ones. That's it." "I see." Jerry upturned his eyebrow. Kernz's dick exploded. The most overwhelming scream imaginable came from Kernz at that moment. He was crouched over, holding his groin in agony. Dr. House stepped up out of nowhere. "Should have listened, Kernz," said Dr. House, shaking his head. "Damn you to hell!" screamed Kernz in utter pain. Kernz woke up in the hospital. There were noises in his head, and there were contraptions all around his dick. Then he remembered. He thought it all just a huge misunderstanding. All just a terrible, terrible nightmare to disperse at first awakening, but his reality was accepted with a cool and horrible peace within his heart. A true peace. A terrible peace. Kernz looked over to see a Balkan man staring and smiling at him on the other hospital bed. It was Niko Bellic. Niko Bellic said, "There is no hope for you now, Kernz." Kernz screamed.